Hi everyone and welcome to my channel. I hope you're having an amazing day. So for today I decided to bring you along with me as I go around Techiman and do my shop. So as I mentioned to you, I moved to Techiman from the UK, and you've probably seen all the nature backgrounds in my other videos, and it doesn't really show basically the area that I'm from. It just shows just one small part of it. So I thought, why not take you around with me and you can see what Techiman looks like. So we just started off by going to this electric shop. We wanted to see if they had any dryers. When you look outside today, it's pretty gloomy. Usually we would dry our clothes on a clothesline, but when it's the rainy season and you can't really predict when the sun is going to be out and how long it's going to be out for, we thought, okay, let's look for dryers as an option. This shop didn't actually have any though, so we ended up going out and continuing our shop around. So the road I'm showing you right now is called Techiman Road. It joins in with Kumasi Road, Sunyani Road, and the road that we're walking down, which is called Nkonza Road. So the road names of those that I just said, they are named after the place that they're connected to. So Kumasi Road, if you keep going down there, you would end up eventually hitting Kumasi, same with Sunyani Road, and same with Nkonza Road. So a little bit of information about Techiman. It is the capital of the Bono East region of Ghana. It was actually named the capital not that long ago. And since it's been named the capital, I mentioned this in my other video, you can see how Techiman has started to develop even more and at a faster pace. So as I go around, you'll see me pan to different constructions going on and giving you an idea of the development that's happening around Techiman. As for right now though, we just reached the Ghana post office. Wanted to go in there and basically just check and see if I had anything. So after in fact realizing that my PO box was empty, we continued on and decided to walk down the road. Usually if I'm doing my shop around, I would be in a taxi because Techiman is a huge place and it can be very tiring to walk everywhere. So I'll usually take either a taxi or an Okada to the different places that I go to, or I'll be driving my motorbike depending on what it is that I'm buying. So I was just looking at these cute pajama sets. Me and shopping, we are very good friends. So sometimes I have to be disciplined and tell myself to walk away. As for today, I realized that I filmed on a day where things isn't as lively as usual, especially because it's really cloudy and it just looks like it's gonna rain any moment. I've noticed that quite a few businesses have chosen not to open and not many people are really walking around as usual. So this isn't the most accurate reflection of what it really looks like on an average day in Techiman, because there is definitely more people around, there's more energy around, but today it's just gloomy. You can look up in the sky and see it. In fact, even I questioned whether I should come out today because the last thing I wanted to do is travel out here and do my shop only to get caught out in the heavy rain. So this is some of the constructions and new businesses I was telling you about. That was a pizza shop that's opened up recently. So I basically skipped on to the next road we was heading to because you'd have been with me for a while if I showed you the whole walk. So we're now on the road called Akmadir Road. So this is one of the shops I frequent when I'm going around and getting the stuff that I get when I come into town. It's just a small little convenience store, has a little bit of everything in there except fresh food, groceries, but I can get my vegan milks from here. I also get some snacks from here too, and just anything for groceries that, just like I said, is not fresh veggies, because I would go to the market to get all of that. As for today though, I was just coming for snacks. I think that's the main reason I actually come to this particular store, because anything I usually cook with I would just get from the market. But on occasion I might get other stuff from this store as well, because they do have a good variety of things. So this is another restaurant that's actually opened up fairly recently. I haven't eaten there yet, but it looks really nice and advertising. Right now, as I said, it's a gloomy day, so they're not actually open. And here's a little bit more of the newly opened shops that are popping up around as well. I think that restaurant opens later in the day because it is fairly early in the morning. So looking around, you can see a lot of different new builds that are coming up. And there's a lot of that going around Techiman, and a lot of these new builds are coming up really fast. It really makes me feel like there's a lot of potential here in terms of investing. That including the fact that the part of Techiman I stay, which is Boyem, there's a diasporan community there as well. It really just makes me feel like it's becoming a lot more diverse and having a lot more around. So I stopped by one of my favorite street food spots where they make a dish called gobe. Gobe is a very simple but delicious meal that I chose to get for my breakfast. So walking down the back roads, I actually noticed a radio station over here, and honestly, it's lovely when I find new spots that I haven't seen before. I think because majority of the time I'm going places in a vehicle, I miss out on seeing different spots that are just on the roadsides. And there's even more shops around here as well, but like I said, it's early in the morning and it's a gloomy day, so a lot of places are closed. There I am, decided to show my face in the video just for a small little moment. There's some more shops that are around, really nice looking menswear shop there. That I've seen that one before, but I've never actually gone in there before. So right now I'm heading to Main Techiman Road. Up along this road you'll get banks and more shops, and you also get the start of the market as well going up that road. As of right now though, I'm heading to Malcolm's, so I'm going in the opposite direction of where all those shops and buildings are. So I was just having a little look at this really nice music store. They had a lot of really good equipment. I definitely want to come back here because music is one of my passions, and I wanted to get myself a keyboard at some point. And then I also stopped by this motorbike store, which is where I bought my motorbike. He was trying to sell me a new one, but unfortunately I'm not in a place to buy another one. I do want the one he's showing me though. It's the upgraded version of my old bike. So right now we're on the Okada. It was getting really tiring walking everywhere, so we just hopped into one of these vehicles and headed down to Malcolm's to do our next bit of shopping. Okada is actually one of my favorite forms of transport, to be honest, here in Techiman. I prefer it to taxis, and it's more affordable to check taxis, but I just find it more enjoyable to drive in one of them. So we now arrived at Malcolm's. So Malcolm's is basically a huge superstore. They have a range of stores all over Ghana. I don't know if they also branch outside to other African countries as well, but I definitely know that they're all over Ghana. They have a little bit of everything there for whatever you need in your household, all stocked up in one place. A lot of these things you can find all over the place in Techiman, but not necessarily one place for, I guess, convenience. So this is just one place you can go to and you can get a little bit of everything. But I prefer to get a lot of my stuff elsewhere. I'm actually here because Malcolm's is the only place that has the plantain chips that I really like. So as you can see, I'm stocking up on them. So I walked around a little bit more just to film the rest of the store and show a little bit about what's around. It's basically the equivalent to Asda if you're from the UK or Walmart if you're from America. So everything you would find there, you would find majority of that over here. As far as things go for the wood furnishings that they sell here in Malcolm's, for the same price you can buy wood furnishings here, you can really afford to get custom made furnishings from carpenters over here, made out of quality wood like teak, and it would last longer and actually be more affordable in the long term. So although Malcolm's has really nice furniture, I would just go to them for decorations but not actually the furnishings. Now that I've shown you pretty much the majority of Malcolm's, we're heading down to the market. So Techiman Market, I recently found out, is one of the biggest markets in West Africa. I always knew that Techiman Market was huge, but I just assumed that all the other markets around were similar. But it turns out it actually is one of the biggest. And it brings in traders from neighboring countries such as Burkina Faso, Togo, and the Ivory Coast as well. So when we arrive at the market, it's actually looking rather empty in comparison to what it's like on the average day. It's usually a lot more busy, very busy in the market in fact, and there's a lot more stuff around to buy and see, more colourful. But if you're here in Techiman and you want to shop for your fresh fruits and veggies and grains and beans, here is where you go. You'll find everything. Filming in that part of the market can be a bit intense while shopping at the same time, so I basically just cut off the camera at that point and brought it back in a different part of the market, which is where you can get clothing items and technology items and pretty much everything you need you can find across the whole market basically. Me myself, I came to buy hair and this was my last stop of the day, so I hope you enjoyed this video and I hope you also have an amazing day. Bye.
Flip the music.